This is Yamina Hall, and I'm actually here with the fabulous Miss Amy Starr Allen. Hey, Amy.
Hi, how's it going?
It's going good. It's going good. Thank you. Yeah, we are actually interviewing top producer in Empower Network, Miss Amy Starr Allen. She's doing very big things, guys. She's a great marketer, and she's also a single mom, and she's holding everything down, and she's just, having so much success with her business. And tonight, she's just here to share a little bit of her story and how she was able to build her business being a single mom inside of Empower Network and just basically on the internet as being a single mom. So yeah, Amy, just wanted to I know maybe some people who may be listening or watching don't really know your story. I know a little bit about your story, but I'm a single mom as well. And I know there's a lot of single moms out there in business who are just trying to keep it all together, trying to manage, um, you know, doing uh, house, being a mom, plus building a business, plus making sure they're able to just keep the household together. So, if you want to just start on that, how did you actually get started in your business?
Okay. Well, first of all, thanks for having me, Yamina. It's an honor to be here with you. And and yeah, a big part of my message and my purpose is to help other mothers, parents, single mothers. It doesn't even really matter whether you're single or not single, mother, father, whatever. But I'm really passionate about as a single mother, I honestly believe that if I can create the kind of success that I've created, that anybody can do this because, um, it's my life has not been easy. I started in the same place that anybody getting started would start, which is at the beginning. And when I first got started in this industry, it was the network marketing industry. It was before Empower Network launched, but I was really committed to figuring out a way to have a home-based business so that I could be with my kids. Being a single mother, when my husband and I split up, I didn't want to go back to work because I knew I didn't want to miss a beat in their lives, and we were really struggling to get by. And at the time, I had this home-based business, but it required me to be out of the house all the time. I was cold calling like realtors and anybody who I thought would be success minded, meeting them at coffee shops with my flip chart, like showing the plan, driving around in snowstorms. I was putting flyers on cars around town. I was going around to all the coffee shops in town and leaving stacks of business cards. I mean, it was home based, but I wasn't really home that much. And when I was home with my kids, I was on the phone all the time, doing three-way calls and cold calling people to set up these appointments and stuff. And so, and to make matters worse, I really wasn't making that much money. We were still struggling financially. And so I finally got to the point where I knew that I wanted to figure out how to do it online. I knew that people were making money on the internet. I had this limiting belief that I couldn't do it because I didn't have the technical skills needed. But what I learned when I finally decided to go this route and Empower Network launched, you don't need any technical skills because everything is taught inside of our products. And so I basically just started going through the training in there and doing what I was taught, starting from nothing, starting with no experience, and was able to build a business that way. And so I went from struggling, barely paying my bills, running around town, like a chicken with my head cut off all the time, to working like I literally work now an average of 2 hours a day from home. I'm completely present in my kids' lives. I participate in all the field trips at school. I go eat lunch with my kids in the cafeteria whenever I want. Like, I don't miss a beat in their lives. I coach the soccer team, and I'm just fully, fully, fully available for my kids. I work about 2 hours a day average, and I've been able to create a six-figure business doing it this way. So I'm a huge advocate for internet marketing. I'm a huge advocate for Empower Network just because of, the difference it's made in my life. And yeah, I mean, I could ramble on all day, but I want to see, specifically what you want to know, Yamina.
All right. Well, that's awesome. That is so awesome. Now, what would you okay, because we are an Empower Network. We have the trainings, we have the products for people who are just getting started, and I wasn't technical either. A lot of us coming into this are not technical. So, with the products that we have, you would you say that the training that we have is like no other training out there, just for like the typical newbie person coming in with no technical skills, probably don't even know how to set up, I don't know, an email or a capture page. They probably don't know what we're talking about. But, as far as the products go in the company, would you say this is a very good way for somebody coming in not knowing anything technical, or the best way to get started?
Absolutely. When I first decided to get started online, it was actually before Empower Network launched. And what I was doing to learn, I knew nothing. I knew absolutely nothing about internet marketing. And so I decided I'm just going to figure out where any kind of event is happening that's teaching anything, any kind of internet marketing skills, and I'm just going to go there. And at the time I was broke, but I was just putting plane tickets on credit cards and getting myself to these events where I would go and I would sit in a room and they would teach like different stuff, and I would sit there and take like notebooks full of notes for the weekend. And then I'd have to go home and try to go through my notes and remember what I learned and try to implement what I had learned. Now, granted, my first event, I remember people kind of laughing at me because I asked the question, what is a domain name? Like, I knew nothing, nothing. And the thing is, like, nobody's born with a computer in their hand, right? We all start knowing nothing about this. This isn't something that we just are born knowing. Although it seems like that with our kids these days growing up in the technology world. But, that wasn't the case for me. And so anyway, like, every little thing that I learned on the internet involved me getting on a plane, staying at a hotel, taking notebooks full of notes, coming back, trying to implement stuff. And so when Empower Network launched, it was like a godsend to me because now I could get the training sitting in my house watching videos where I could literally pause the video and do what it's telling me to do and then come back and do the next step. So it wasn't about, I could watch the video as many times as I wanted and I don't have to worry about going back trying to see what my chicken scratch says in my notes and trying to figure out all of that. So it's just, I'm a huge, I think that's one of the reasons I've been successful in this company is because I'm so passionate about what it provides. Like the training is like nothing else I've ever seen. Yes, I've tried a lot of other training before Empower Network was around, and I've never seen anything so cutting edge. They're constantly, you know, im improving everything because, in the age of technology, everything's constantly changing. Google is constantly changing. Facebook is constantly changing. All of the ways that we learn, all the strategies that we learn to market on the internet are constantly changing, and so Empower Network is committed to constantly giving us the newest information. And the company is just amazing. And I know we're about to start this 21-day blogging challenge, which is even more exciting. I've had the privilege of being an alpha tester, so I've been using the new blogging platform behind the scenes. They've let some of us use it so that we could get all of the, just they could get our feedback and everything before they launch it to the public. And you guys, this thing is like, I'm so excited about this because this is going to even take the game to a whole other level for newbies. I mean, this plugin literally, like, it tells you what to blog about. It gives you your headline. It gives you your topic. It gives you, like, fill-in-the-blank stuff and publishes it in a way that looks really cool. Like, the formatting is amazing, and it does all of that for you. So, I won't go into
It's a
details about that unless you want me to, but I'm basically just bringing that up to say, like, the company's, again, taking it to the next level and making it even
right,
easier for people to make money on the internet. So that's what I love
right.
about this place.
Like a real plug and play, actually, website or blog for you to just actually get started in less than 5 minutes. Because they have it all set up for like she was saying, like the newbies. You can literally get started. It's set up for you, and they help you with topics and what you need to do to get started with the blogging. So I'm really excited about it too. I'm waiting for it to really launch. I have all these ideas that I'm going to be putting together for my niche blog. So I'm just like, I'm sitting on edge every day. I'm checking. I'm like looking at my phone, like, okay, when is it going to happen? I can't wait. But guys, yeah, this is going to be a big game changer for newbies and people who are already, are seasoned marketers as well. But this is going to be a big game changer once they do launch this blog. We are doing the 21-day blogging challenge. I think it's happening in the next 6 days or something. I'm not sure, or something like that. But guys, you really want to be able to get in with our 21-day blog challenge that's going to be happening very, very soon. If you don't have a website, if you don't have a blog, you really don't want to go out there and pay somebody. I paid somebody before Empower Network came about, and I paid a lot of money to have it, done. And I wish, at that time that I was doing that Empower Network was around. But I still have the other blog. But you don't need to run out there and pay anybody to get your website set up because Empower Network has it all done for you. All you have to do is just get it and get to blogging, and I do a lot of videos too as well. So we have a lot of training in the back office for you guys to just get up and running and get started. So we are all excited about the new blog platform that's going to be
Yeah.
happening here in a couple of days.
It's not even just that it's simple, it's that it's sexier than anything I've ever seen. I mean, like if you paid somebody to set up your blog, I can guarantee, because this has a bunch of different templates that you can choose from, and I've tried all of them.
Hmm.
Wait till you see this thing. Like the product itself is better than any other WordPress blog or any website I've seen on the internet, though, and they've got it all set up so it's so simple. Like the plugins are already there, so nobody has to go out and try to install all their own plugins. And the other piece of it is, like, besides paying to have somebody set it up, I have a blog that I've had since before as well. And even just today, I got a notification because I have a company that I pay. I pay $40-something a month just for security on my website because my site's been hacked a bunch of times. So I pay
Hmm.
$40 a month as it is, and then still, like today, my site got hacked. So
Oh my
they're like
God.
on top of it, but there's like that's the kind of headaches that you have to deal with when you just manage your own site. Where with the Empower Network stuff, they handle all that. You don't have to even worry about it. You don't have to pay extra for security. You don't have to handle security emails telling you that they have to do something because there's been a malicious whatever on your site today, and we don't have to deal with any of that. So, I'm constantly reminded about how fortunate we are to have what we have here, because it's just so much easier than anything else. And we've had a blogging platform since the beginning of Empower Network, but the one that they're about to launch is head and shoulders above anything we've seen before. It's about head and shoulders above anything the industry has seen. The people that are working on this thing are some of the smartest genius minds when it comes to blogging. That between the creator of the blog, the creator of the 21-day blogging challenge plugin, and all of the technical people that we have working on it, it's and they're bloggers, so they know what helps bloggers with, on like what plugins and different things help people get their content seen and get more traffic, and all of that stuff is built in. So it's going to be amazing.
Yes, guys, this is going to be so awesome. And for all of you who are out there who are, you wanted to actually start a blog but didn't know how, this would be the best route and the most, I want to say less frustrating, but less frustrating way to go about it. This way you don't have to go through all the stuff that we have gone through with our blogs. Amy, I haven't been hacked yet, but I guess you're not yet, but I don't want to be.
Oh
So
yeah.
I'm definitely shifting everything over to this new blog. So as far as blogging goes, guys, blogging is very, very big. As opposed to, I mean, a website is good too, but blogging is very, very big because you can update it as well. Amy, what would you say as far as just like we, single parents, single dads, wanting to get into blogging? Some people are afraid of blogging because they just don't know. what they should be blogging about, what would be the best way for new people to get get a handle on blogging when they're
Well,
just starting out?
yep, the best way that you could possibly get started blogging is to get in and access this 21-day blogging challenge. It's a plugin that's built into our new site, and I've been using it as an alpha tester. And so what's so cool about it is because a lot of people don't know how to blog, don't know what to blog about. Even if they write, a lot of times the blog post doesn't look very nice because it's all one paragraph and they don't know how to put an image in, and when they get the image in, it's like weird and the text isn't wrapped around it properly, and they don't know how to put a video on there and all of that. So this platform formats everything for you perfectly. And the blogging challenge, the way that it's set up is you basically click on day one and a window pops up, and you basically it says like today's topic is going to be this, and then you put in like your keyword that you want to use in that topic, and it gives you like questions to answer, and it formats it for you. It gives you a place, you click on it, says click here to insert an image, and you put the image in, and then when you click publish, it just formats it perfectly for you. And they're working on some SEO stuff as well. I don't know, it's not all completely in place yet, so I haven't tested any of that stuff yet. But some of the blogs are ranking on the search engine. Some of the alpha blogs are. So they're gonna have that in place as well to help people with keywords and all of that to make sure that stuff can rank. But in my opinion, Yamina, for somebody that's just getting started that doesn't know what to blog about, the beauty of this is that you can blog about anything, any niche at all, whether it's yoga, fishing, recipes, whatever you want to blog about. If anyone's ever seen the movie Julie and Julia, that's a perfect example of a girl who knows nothing about blogging, who decides she's going to do one recipe a day out of the Julia Child's cookbook and blog about it. And she blogs about all the mistakes she made and how her recipe blew up in the oven, and how she, got in a fight with her husband because she's driving him nuts doing this thing. And she just blogged about it. And over time, more and more people started reading it and commenting on it, and it started getting ranked in the search engines. Before you know it, she's like, the New York Times is calling her to do an interview. So that's a true story. And that's just one example of, that's she's blogging about cooking. So it doesn't matter what niche you're in. I think where people get stopped is that they just, they know that blogging is out there. They know that, anyone who wants to have a presence in the world today has a blog, because if you're not online, you're missing the boat. That's where people are going to find people, and that's why I started up a blog years and years ago without knowing what I was doing before Empower Network was around, because I knew that as I was trying to build a home-based business, and I was having to do it with people just local to me that I could meet in coffee shops and show this thing to. And it occurred to me that if I could get on the internet, I could get in front of way more people. My people could see my videos. They could, read my stuff and watch my videos. And so a blog is the perfect platform to be able to do that, because like Yamina said, it's dynamic. You can add content to it every day, so it's constantly changing, and it's giving, if you're providing value to the marketplace for whatever your niche is, people will continue to come back to your blog. So whether it's, blogging about cooking like in Julia and Julia, and she's providing value in that niche, so those people that are interested in that are coming back. Some people do like weight loss, same kind of thing, but like a weight loss journey you could do, where like you're gonna blog every day for 90 days about this weight loss challenge that you're doing, and you're going to blog about, what you're eating, how you're working out, whatever. You're going to show before and after pictures of yourself every day for 90 days, and people can follow along. People love to follow along when somebody's up to something. And
Right.
so that's one thing that you can do on your blog. No matter what niche you're in, you can do some kind of a challenge for yourself. Like she did that same thing with the cooking. She said for 365 days, I'm going to cook one recipe a day and blog about it. So it was like a year-long challenge that she was doing. But you could do the same thing for 90 days or 6 months or however long you wanted to do it, and create something that's compelling, that people want to come back and read on a regular basis and see how you're doing and check in. So that's one way to do it. And then, the other thing is just to provide valuable, solve people's problems in your niche. So, if you're in the knitting niche, You can blog about, and I know nothing about knitting, so this is probably not the best niche to use as an
I don't
example, but
either. I know
you can
nothing
blog
about
about
knitting.
like what are the best knitting needles? What are the best, what are some of your favorite patterns? I don't even know if that's a term in knitting or not, but you know what I mean? Like
Right,
different things
right.
that somebody who wants to be a knitter or somebody that is a knitter would go search for on the internet. Like they're going to want to know what are the best knitting needles. I guarantee it, they're searching for that. So if you write an article about that, that's ranks in the search engine, people are going to come to your blog. And then, the nice thing about the Empower Network blog is it even in the 21-day blogging challenge little template that's there, it even has a call to action at the bottom that it automatically puts into you. You select which one you want. And if you don't know what a call to action is, it's basically at the end of your blog post, you're telling your reader to do something. And you're telling them to learn more about how you're able to blog about knitting all day and make money. And then you click on which Empower Network call to action you want to have in there so that you can introduce them to Empower Network. Or if you have your own thing, like maybe you wrote a book about knitting, and you can say, learn all of my knitting strategies and secrets in my book, and then you sell your book. There's a lot of different ways to monetize your blog, and that's all also encapsulated in this template that we get to use in the 21-day blogging challenge, which is so beautiful because now it makes it easy for somebody to just, I think a lot of people where if they are blogging, where they drop the ball and they're not making money blogging is because they're not asking
Monetizing.
they're not
Right.
monetizing it. They're not pointing people in the direction to where they can get more information about whatever it is that they're selling. And so if you're getting a lot of traffic to your blog, there's an opportunity there for you to cash in on some of that traffic. And there's a lot of different ways to do that. And that's all built into our 21-day blogging challenge as well, which is so sweet.
Right, guys, you have to monetize the blog. It's great if you want to, blog about your passion, what you like, blogging about whatever it is that your niche is. And of course, you have to solve a problem and give value, but that's all good. But guys, the point of you having the blog is to actually to be able to monetize it too as well, because a lot of people, like Amy was saying, that's where they drop the ball. They just have a blog and they're not monetizing it. And with our new blog platform, like she's saying, everything is going to be built in there for you. You can put your books on there. You can put, I don't know, your courses or whatever you want to put on the blog and actually start making money from the blog. So this is going to be so, so powerful. I just can't keep, I just can't keep that word out of my mouth. It's going to be so powerful and so amazing. And it's going to actually be able to help people who never made any money online with their blog. Now you'll be able to um, cash in on your passion, like Nicole says, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'll be able to
Yep.
cash in on your passion. I love that term that she has put together. But you'll be able to monetize your blog and just, it's what, $25 just to get it set up, guys. $25. That's really not a lot. People spend that, in a week's time buying lunch at work. So you can actually take that money that you're buying lunch if you don't have $25, put that $5 away for a week, and there you go. You can get your blog started. So, I mean, this is so awesome. It's so powerful. As far as the trainings go, I know we do have trainings once you do get your blog in your back office. So you'll be able to constantly reference back to the trainings to help people. And that's the good thing about Empower Network is that they have a back office where you can always just go back in there and reference all the trainings that we have. And we have several different products that's available. And I think Empower Network has the best training products because, like myself, and I don't know about you, Amy, but I'm sure you have done this, bought different products from here to there, and you buy it, and they give you like one little thing, and then you have to go out and buy something else, right? To get the answer to something else. As with Empower Network, everything is there for you. Of course, you have to, they have different levels of the product. So, of course, if you want more training, you would have to upgrade to the different products. But with Empower Network, everything is there for you. You don't have to run out and buy. I mean, I've bought so many different things from Facebook, from YouTube, from PPC. I bought so much stuff. And then when I finally found Empower Network, I'm like, oh my God, everything is right here. And all this other stuff I've bought and bought tons of stuff. So that will definitely help you guys without having to look around. And I feel like Empower Network has put all of the pieces together for me. Do you feel like that?
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
that's one of the that's exactly how I feel. I mean, that's the reason why I went from struggling and running around and feeling like there had to be suffering involved to make money to just having it be easy. And I learned that one of the Empower Network products we have is called the Inner Circle. And that product is literally responsible for all of my success. I say this all the time because we have what's called the 8 core commitments, and one of our 8 core commitments is to listen to an Inner Circle audio every day. And some people just blow that off, like, well, nobody will know the difference if I don't do it. Well, listening to those audios is what shifted my mindset, because when I first got started in Empower Network, like I shared before, I was working my tail off and I was barely making any money in my network marketing company. Like I said, doing home parties, hotel meetings, driving around town, showing the plan with a flip chart and all this stuff. And I really honestly believed, I mean, I had a limiting belief that making money had to be difficult. There had to be suffering involved and a lot of compromise, and I had to not be able to spend time with my kids in order to make money. And when I started listening to the Inner Circle audios, now back in the beginning of Empower Network when I first got in, we didn't have as many. Now there's so many audios in that library. You can never run out of new audios to listen to. But in the beginning, there wasn't as many. And so I listened to some of them over. I still listen to certain ones over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this one audio where David Wood was talking about how making money is easy. And I was like, no, it's not. I don't believe that. That's not my experience. And I remember, like, I listened to that audio over and over and over again, multiple times over the course of the first like month or two that I was in Empower Network. And I remember the moment that I had a shift. Like I remember I was standing in my kitchen, I was like cleaning my kitchen, I had my headphones on and I was listening to it. And all of a sudden like something shifted in me and I believed it. Like I was like, okay, making money is easy. And literally right after that, like within the next couple days, I started making $1,000 commissions. And a lot of it was because David Wood was telling us what to do, how to, like one of the things that he taught in there was to go out and leverage the products instead of trying to teach everything yourself, which is what I was used to doing in network marketing. I was on the phone all day, every day with my team, teaching them everything they needed to know and answering all their questions myself. He said, stop doing that. And when somebody has a question, tell them what product they need to learn from the best. So rather than me trying to explain search engine optimization to somebody, I could say, that's taught in the 15K formula along with all these other marketing strategies. And so when you buy that product, you can learn it from somebody that knows more about it than I do. So I started doing that instead of trying to explain search engine optimization myself. So every time when someone would buy that product, I'd make $1,000, and all of a sudden I was making all this money, and making money was easy. Because
Right.
not only was I making $1,000 when somebody bought the product, but it was taking me no time. It was like 5 minutes of me explaining to them why they need that product, and that's it. Where before I would have been on the phone for hours, they still wouldn't have understood what SEO is. So, the Inner Circle is such a powerful product because that's where we get to shift our mindset. Had I not had that shift, I'd still be grinding it out, thinking that that's what I had to do. And it's funny because I went to Hawaii last year with two of my business partners, and I made so much money while we were on that trip. Like one of the guys I was with he was working so much. We're in Hawaii, and he's like in front of his computer, like sending out all these emails, doing all this stuff. And he's like, "How come you keep making $3,000 commissions and you're not even doing anything?" I said, "Because you're working too hard. You don't have to work that hard." Part of it is when people see you working that hard, they don't want to do that.
I know,
They don't want
right?
to join somebody that works that hard. They're watching me surfing and sitting on the beach, and they're like, "I want to join her." So again, the reason I'm mentioning this is because that happened because of a mindset shift that I had by listening to the Inner Circle. And I still listen to those audios every day, and I still listen to some of the certain ones I've listened to so many times, and every time I listen to it, I get something new. I have a new breakthrough, and there's so much value in those audios. And that's such a huge piece of the equation, because a lot of people think that if they just know the right strategy, if they just know how to market on Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is, that's all they need to know. And it's not true. It doesn't matter how much you know as far as technical stuff goes. If your mindset is wrong, if you have a scarcity mindset, there's only so far that you can go with all of your technical knowledge. So the mindset piece is such a huge piece, and that's why it's a critical part of our product line.
I love the inner circles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always walking around listening to. I have particular ones I listen to as well. Like you said, there's so many. There's so much value, guys, in these inner circle audios. If you don't get any of the other products, you need to get the inner circle. Some people try to skip over that and, like you said, get the strategy stuff, but it all starts with the mindset. Like Amy was saying, you have to believe it in here. You have to have the mindset, and that will definitely shift everything for you. Because when I first started in Power Network, I came all right in. I just said I'm just going to get everything in. I just love the inner circle, because you may be feeling some type of way one day and you don't know what to do. Pop into that inner circle and pick a training, and just listen, and not just listen to it, but implement what is being taught in it too. Because a lot of people will like read books, they'll listen to something, but they don't take any action or anything. So I also think a key part is also taking action on what you are listening to and learning too. Don't you believe that? A lot of people don't, they'll get the products and they won't take action on anything.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And
and the
that's
other the other beautiful thing about the inner circle that needs to be mentioned here is that product was designed so that people can fit it into their day no matter what. It doesn't require any extra time. It's an audio format for a reason. Reading a book requires extra time because you have to sit down and read the book.
hmm
The inner circle, what's great about it is I listen to it when I'm mowing my lawn. I just turn it up really loud. I listen to it when I'm cleaning my house. I listen to it when I'm driving. I listen to it, when I'm exercising, hiking, whatever. And it's so if I'm gonna be doing this stuff anyway. I mean, the laundry's got to get done, right? I might as well be putting good, positive information into my mind while I'm doing the laundry. And it makes it much more enjoyable too to do the laundry when you're listening to the stuff. And what happens is, and I do sit sometimes. I'll sit and like I'll go if I know like there's stuff that I should be writing down, I'll go back and listen to it again, and when I have time, and sit and take notes. But what I find is when I listen to something over and over again, even if I'm not sitting in a place where I can take notes, it just gets ingrained in my subconscious. Not to mention our language starts to change. I mean, when you listen to these people who are so much more evolved, I mean, David Wood is so much more evolved than I was when I first got started. I mean, he's still more evolved than me. But I noticed that by listening to his voice so much and the way that he speaks and the way that he presents himself, that I started to speak the same. You start to think the way that they think. You start to speak the way that they speak. I think there's some kind of a study that's been done that shows that your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between whether you're actually sitting there with somebody or just like listening to an audio. Like, in other words, I could be sitting having David Wood tell me this directly, or I could be listening to it on my iPod, and either way, it doesn't make a difference. It all goes into my subconscious mind the same way. So
Right.
it's a really, really powerful way to shift your mind, and it's crucial. Not to mention, it helps us. The stream of income that is created by the inner circle is awesome too, because it's residual. and
Right.
um and so, when we own the inner circle product, every time anybody on our team buys it, it's a monthly subscription, so we get paid monthly on that subscription, and that's a huge chunk of residual income. It's way more. My income from that product is way more than I ever made in my network marketing company that I was building for 9 years. So that's another really cool thing about it is, with our product line, it only takes a couple people to have yours be completely paid for, and then everything above and beyond that is profit, which is awesome. And it makes such a huge difference for people. I mean, I like with my team, I talk constantly about how important it is to own the inner circle, because I know what it's done for me, and I know that without it I wouldn't be where I am, and I honestly believe that. So I feel like if people are serious about success, whether it's in Empower Network or somewhere else, this product can shift their mindset. And you'll be happy to know, Yamina, that in the on the new blog, one of
Uh-huh.
the call to actions is a call to action just specifically for the inner circle. And there's a whole funnel just for the inner circle, just for people that want to train their mind. So what I've been finding is, as I've been blogging on the new platform and I get to the end of the 21-day challenge template for the day and it asks me which call to action I want to do, I find that the inner circle fits for most of my content, because a lot of my content is personal development or inspiration. And so I get to the bottom and I'm like, do you need more content to help you, develop as a person? And, check this out. And then you select the inner circle and it puts it in there, and it
Yeah.
has a little funnel that's all coded to you and everything. So yeah, I'm excited about that, to be able to just specifically market that product too, because
Yeah, more
it's
residual income now. That's pretty awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome. So, guys, this is just going to be so great when it launches, guys. This is just going to be so powerful, so simple. I don't like to say easy, because we do work, guys. Don't think we don't work. We have you have to put in the work ahead of time. You have to put in the work in the beginning, but now it's just going to be more simpler for any and everybody, no matter what business you're in, what niche you are in. This is just gonna make life a lot easier for you and your business, especially if you never made any money online. Because you heard Amy, she was doing all that grinding in her other network marketing company, and she wasn't making money, guys. So you really don't have to, work that hard. I mean, you're running around holding meetings, talking to people, and you're not making any money. There's a better way to do it, and the better way to do that, guys, is with Empower Network. So I am just so grateful for Dave Wood, and for his vision for this company. I love this community. I've been in so many other things, and I have never really felt the power of the company and the community like I do here in that Power Network. So I just love this company, guys. If you're looking for a great community, a great platform, great training, great products, you definitely need to get in with the Power Network and start with our 21-day blog. If you are on my blog or Amy's blog, you can connect with either one of us to get started with the 21-day blogging challenge, because it's going to be so powerful, and it's going to just help you, take yourself, your business, your life to the next level. So I am really so honored to have been able to get on this hangout tonight with Amy. She shared so much value, so much energy. She's a great person, and I just love her story, and she has inspired me. You have inspired me. So I am just really so grateful and thankful that she took time out of her busy day to hop on here and share some valuable information, guys, with you. To do what you need to do for 2015, guys. This is the last quarter. So if you want to make a change for the new year, this is it. Let Empower Network be your New Year's resolution. Forget all that other stuff. Let Empower Network be your New Year's resolution. So I just really want to thank you, Amy, for coming out tonight, hopping on the hangout with me. This was a great interview, and you shared so much valuable information. Is there anything that you want to, say before we actually close it out?
I just ditto everything you said. And yeah, when I got started in Empower Network, it was when it launched, it was on Halloween. So we're a little bit beyond Halloween, but only by a few weeks. What ended up happening for me that year was I went from the prior years not even being able to afford to buy presents for my kids or anything to having the best holiday season ever. So get in now and get started. It's a really great way to, a lot of people wait until after the new year to do anything. to create their year. But actually, if you start now, by the time the new year rolls in, you'll be in momentum. So I recommend getting started now. And like Yamina said, the update that I got today was that I think or in the early part of next week is when the new blog is going to start to launch. So you want to be in, you want to be on the ground floor with that so that you can take part in the 21-day blogging challenge and be one of the first. Because what's going to happen is when the people of the world start to see this sexy blog, everybody's going to want one. So they're
Mm.
going to start buying them from the people that have them right out of the gate. So you might as well be one of those people so that when people start seeing this thing all over, because they even just gave us instructions today about how, starting next week, we're going to be able to post our stuff. We haven't even been allowed to share our posts on Facebook or anything because it's
Mm-hmm.
all been alpha testing and they didn't want anybody to see anything until it was perfect. So, but starting next week, we're going to be able to do that. So you're going to want to get in while before Facebook starts blowing up and everybody's like, I need one of these blogs. You can be one of the people that they're buying them from. So it's a
I
great time to
am,
get in
yeah,
and
I am so ready. I am so ready. Can't wait, can't wait, can't wait.
Yep,
I'm so
me
ready
too.
to do it. So, y'all heard it from Miss Amy Starr. Y'all better get in now. We're kicking it off next week, and you're gonna be wondering what's going on. Instead of be wondering what's going on, you need to get in because it's gonna blow up on Facebook. It really is. It's gonna blow up on Facebook, and you're gonna be upset that you can get in.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And there's no time like the present to make a change for the better. I posted something on Facebook yesterday that's just said, it just said something like, have you woken up 2 days in a row uninspired? If so, it's time to change your life. And I believe that. Like, there's a lot of people walking around like zombies who are completely unfulfilled in their lives. And if you can tell by listening to Yamina, she's pretty passionate about what she does. She's pretty inspired in her life, and so am I. So, think about that. If you're ready for a change and you're ready to be inspired, take some action and create something awesome for yourself because it's right here.
That's right. It's right here. We're letting you know. Right here. So, all right then. Well, with that being said, we are going to close this out. Thank you so much. There will be a replay. This is on the blog. It'll be on the Facebook. So there will be a replay so you guys can get re-inspired. But, there's no time like the present. Go ahead, get started now and be with us with our blog challenge kicking off next week, and we're just gonna rock and roll, rock 2014 out with a bang. Okay,
Woo!
guys. So set it up, get ready, take action, 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 and do it now. So with that being said, guys, we are going to sign off. Thank you for joining us, and to your success in 2015, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Amy.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.